Glendale 450 class, and Chase Sexton becomes the first two-time winner in 2025. Not only is Chase the first two-time winner of the year, but now KTM leads the championship in both 250 West and 450 class. Now, of course, the big story from the weekend is last year's champ, Jet Lawrence, going out with an ACL injury, right? Done for Supercross, hopefully back for Pro Motocross. Big bummer for Jet and big bummer for the series. And even if you don't like the kid, the more fast guys that are at the front battling for wins, the better the series is. And everybody's been talking about nothing but the knee injury for the last couple of days. So that's really all I got to say about that. Wish he wasn't out. Hope he's back for Pro Motocross. Back to Sexton. He goes 3-3-2, doesn't win a main. Some terrible starts and some terrible first laps, but knifed through the pack pretty good to stay on the podium in every main event, which gave him the overall win. And with that, he also got the red plate back. I do think he was a little bummed, though, that he made that mistake in the last one and let Tomac get by. Nevertheless, second was good enough for the overall win, and that's all he had to do. Second was Cooper Webb with 153 moto scores, and Cooper Webb looked good all night long, especially for it not being one of his best venues. To hold Jet off that entire first main event was pretty impressive. Ken Roxon goes 4-1-5 for third overall. Saw him have the first two motos were super good. He was flying through the whoops, right? The quad into the whoops, and in that last one, followed Barsha around for a long time, just couldn't get going. That kind of depicts what we've been seeing all season, though, right? These guys are also close in speed. A bad start, and it is hard to get by people. Which leads us to Tomac, 6-4-1 for fourth overall. If Kenny hadn't gotten by Barsha, then Tomac would have been on the podium. But those first two moto starts were horrible. He was all the way at the back, only able to come 6-4. Then he gets a start in the last one and passes Chase and kind of rides it in from there. And Tomac has been ripping this season, but his starts have been horrible. Hunter Lawrence goes 5-9-4 for fourth overall. And on this graphic from the SMX page, they've got Jason Anderson in sixth, but it was actually Justin Hill going 8-10-7, which is super impressive for sixth on the Team Tedder KTM. And then Jason Anderson was actually seventh with 11-6-8. Jet 2-2-21 for eighth overall. Plessinger ninth, and Malcolm Stewart rounded out the top 10. As for the 450 points after Glendale, Sexton jumps Roxon 84. Roxon still just 2 back, drops to second. Tomac 75, 9 back of Sexton. Cooper Webb 74. Jet Lawrence obviously out in fifth. Jason Anderson in sixth. Hunter Lawrence in seventh. Justin Barsha in eighth. Malcolm Stewart in ninth, and Justin Cooper in 10th. So now we get to head on to Tampa and see some East Coast soft dirt and some ruts. Who are y'all favoring in the soft conditions in Tampa?